And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. Major League Baseball on tap. It's the Oakland Athletics taking on the Cleveland Guardians. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. So just about set now. And today's starting pitcher, Shane Bieber. What do we have on him?
He's a dominant pitcher, but he can get a little too relaxed second and third time through the order and miss his spots. That's where we see him get touched up. If he maintains the same intensity that he has in the first inning and the second inning, I think we'll see him hand the ball over to his closer.
Striding to the plate now for Oakland, Ryan Noda. The next pitch misses. 3-2 now. Got him swinging. And there's one down.
Really tight bite on that slider and just couldn't get the barrel to it out front. You've got to try to pull those hands tight to the body to get it through. And I'm thinking he probably wanted that pitch to end up even more inside to keep it out of the danger zone. But it had enough late break and deception to get the job done.
Not sure about that call. Pitcher might have gotten a friendly strike three.
Well, anytime you can punch out the top two guys in a lineup to start an inning, got to be feeling pretty good out there on the mound, because when you think of just having a distraction, table setters on the base paths, and all of a sudden you're dealing with the number 3 hitter, any distraction can cause you to serve up a cookie, and instead of it being a solo shot, it's a 2 or 3 run homer.
2 outs, base is empty. And next is the designated hitter, Brent Rooker. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
2 strikes.
Righty delivers. And it goes just foul. The 1-2. Good eye in that spot.
It's a good take.
The pitch. Got in. Strikes out the side to begin the game. What a start. We're midway in inning number 1. No score. Back here with my pal Siggy. And towing the slab in this one, number 38. Chris, what should we keep an eye on here with him?
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
Bottom of the first, stepping up for the Guardians, Stephen Kwan.
The left fielder,
Left-hand hitter waits. Fought off foul. And down on strikes he goes. And there's one away.
Oh, just excellent location on that inside fastball. Really locked him up. And as a hitter, it's not typically what you're looking for. You're trying to protect away and then in, so you can be a little bit tardy with 2 strikes. Hard to tell if he was fooled or if he thought it would be called a ball, but either way, that's a really nice pitch.
Here's Andres Jimenez. They got it for out number 2. Here's the Guardians lineup now. They're facing a pitcher today who's prone to giving up homers, so we'll see. We might get some big swings here today.
Yeah, I think the key, though, and the reason why he gives up those homers is that guys are locking in, they're aggressive, and they have a high confidence level. So I think if that's the approach these hitters take with the stuff he's got there on the mound, yeah, there's a good chance that there'll be some balls that fly a long way. But you can't get too big in your swing, otherwise you'll be really frustrated after this one.
The 2-2 on the way. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Here's Josh Naylor. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Guardians lead 1. Scoreless after 1. And we're back. All set for the start of the inning. Here's the Oakland cleanup hitter, Seth Brown.
Seth Brown.
Left-hand batter waits. And that one is lifted in the air. Straw has a beat on it. And makes the grab. And a quick out, number 1.
That is fifth. The third baseman, number 5.
Now it's J.D. Davis. Here comes a pitch. That one ripped. Vaughn moving back to the warning track, makes the catch. This is J.J. Bleday. No score here in the second. The pitch. And he grounds one to the right side. Jimenez. The throw to first. And that is that. Nothing across here this half. Now to the bottom of the second. We're tied. 0-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's Ramon Laureano.
The right fielder, Ramon Laureano.
Here's a 1-1. And a big swing and a miss.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
And another ball. James Kingsley, our plate umpire, consistent and maybe a little generous on the edges.
Yeah, but give a little bit on the edges, like you said. But from what I've seen, he usually does that when a pitcher is just commanding those parts of the strike zone. And essentially they've earned it. The umpire rolls with him.
And a pitch. Fights it off. You'll see another. And a pitch. Line drive, and that's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Bo Naylor at the plate now. That misses, and a count 2-1. Laureano gets his lead at first with nobody out. Laureano on the move. Pitch misses. Throw to second, and he's safe.
Pretty close play on that one. A perfect throw probably gets him. That throw was just a little wide to the third base side of the bag, so he had to reach a little bit to get it. Could have been just enough to make the difference there.
Man at second. On the ground, Allen fires across the diamond. That's one out, the bottom of the second.
Batting 7, the designated hitter,
So in now for Cleveland, Will Brennan. pitch. Lifted in the air, right field. Brown under it. And there's 2 away.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really drive it.
The shortstop, Brian Rocchio.
Here's Brian Rocchio. Kicks and deals. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And now the count is even. The Guardians looking to strike first. Bottom half of inning number 2.
You can see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
And now the lefty. Swing a high fly ball deep left field. Lede reaching back towards the wall. And caught on the warning track. So 1 hit is all they get. We head on down to the top of the 3rd. No score. Back now at Progressive Field. Here's the catcher, Shea Langoliers.
Langoliers.
It's in and out of his glove. To first, and he just gets it there in time. 1 away. Next to hit, Esteury Ruiz. And now 2-1. Top of the 3rd, no score. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. 1 down, base is empty. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Righty to the plate. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. 1 out, base is empty. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. The pitch. In the air, right field. And there's 2 away. Nick Allen up next for the A's. And that's off the inside edge. And it's 2-1. 2 out, space is empty. Up the middle, and it finds its way through for a hit.
Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach, paying off.
Next up for the A's, Ryan Noda. In the air, out towards left center. That one gets down for a hit. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
Now here is Zach Geloff. And that one fouled off. And a ball and 2 strikes. Popped up right side. Laureano trying to get there. And that's the third out. A's strand a couple, and we are still scoreless. Set for the bottom of the third, and now the center fielder, Myles Straw.
The center fielder, Myles Straw.
And the pitch. Foul ball there. That smash towards center. Ruiz puts it away, and there's one away.
The batter, the left fielder.
Now the left fielder, Stephen Kwan. Chris, baseball today, so many strikeouts, and they are available to pitchers. But this is a guy that puts the bat on the ball and is kind of different from the players that we see day in, day out. And that'll fall for a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
And that's ball four.
Ball four.
Well, a great back and forth and that at bat. He had to play off some really close pitches, and somehow he found a way to keep the bat on his shoulder right there. I'll tell you right now, I couldn't have done it.
The 1-2. Swing and a ball popped up. And the infield fly rule call.
The first baseman, number 22.
And now it's Josh Naylor.
You know, this is kind of a tough matchup as a left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher. What you tell yourself is, I want to stay square to the plate, try to hit the ball over the shortstop's head.
And fouled off. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Ruiz tracks it down for the out. Guardians strand a couple, and we're still knotted at 0. Start of the fourth, stepping in the long ball threat, Brent Rooker. And the righty deals. Pitches in there, and it's 1-2. The punch out there, 1 out.
That was a pretty good pitch, top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
So here's Brown at the plate. Right-hander kicks, deals. In the air, left field. Kwan heads after it. That's out number 2.
Now batting.
Now it's J.D. Davis.
J.D. Davis.
2 outs. Right through there for a strike. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Nothing doing for the offense that time. To the bottom of inning number 4 now. We're tied 0-0. Back here in Cleveland, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, Ramon Laureano. Couldn't chase that time. On the ground to third, and that one handled. Throws to first. Leadoff hitter retired in the fourth.
Now batting, catcher, Bo.
Bo Naylor digs in for the Guardians. Swings through that.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
High fly ball down the left field line. And there's two away.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
And now the DH, Will Brennan. Two down, nobody on. Right side. Throws to first in time, and that will end the inning. Guardians go down 1-2-3. Still no score. Here in Cleveland, and here is J.J. Bleday.
Number 33.
All right, Siggy, trivia time. Back when this ballpark opened, 1994, one future Hall of Famer hit the first triple in the park, and another hit the first homer by a Cleveland player. Think you know who they were?
Okay, I know that Ken Griffey Jr. hit the first triple here, but first homer for Cleveland. Give me a hint.
Switch hitter. That's all you're getting.
Oh, dude. Eddie Murray, no doubt.
Bam! And now Shea Langoliers. And another ball.
You know, these A's doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They haven't produced a run yet, but the pitch count for the starter is starting to climb, so they're hoping that starts to pay off soon.
And he deals. Just missed.
And I think they're in a good spot thanks to their pitching, but no one would be shocked if this offense strings something together to take the lead.
And here it comes.
Well, you know this guy wants a pitch off, something that he can hit hard and drive over the wall, but you've got to set your sights down a little bit. You can't lose your discipline and go after a pitch that you just can't do anything with.
Slice to right, and it stays fair. Around third, and that rolls into the corner. He will score, and the A's have moved out in front. 1-0. Fires to second too late. Into second with a double, and that was hard hit. Digging in for Oakland, Esteury Ruiz. Hit in the air, right field. And it drops in. Around third. The throw in. The tag, and he's safe.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. You know what they say, he couldn't have thrown it out there any better than that, and certainly the case that time. Just flared it back behind the second baseman and dropped it in there. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Here's the shortstop at the plate, Nick Allen. Here's a 2-1. Ground ball left side, could be two. Close play, but in there.
Not every base hit is a liner into the gap, just like not every strikeout's a perfect slider down and away. I mean, right there, he just put the ball in play on the ground and gave it his all to get down to first for the knock.
So the batting order turns over. Ryan Noda up next for the A's. The 1-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. The 1-2. That one missed. Cleveland has some action going in their pen. Nick Sandlin up and throwing. Karinchak getting cranked up as well. the belt and fires. Battling here as he fouls it away. And the pitch. Struck him out swinging. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Good pitch right there. I mean, he's attacking a location that this guy at the plate tends to have trouble with. And there's just so much information in this day and age, sometimes too much information, but the guys that can take that information, process it, and then go out there, Boog, and execute the pitch, go right after that hitter, and get the result that they were anticipating, that's really good pitching right there. And it's a good job of the pitcher and the catcher working together.
And another ball. Kicks and fires. Rolled to short, could be two. To second, pulls him off the bag.
Well, every double play turn starts with getting one, and even though these players work on these plays during batting practice over and over again, sometimes at game speed you can still mess it up. Could have been 2 outs. Instead, they get nothing.
So the bases are loaded here. One man gone. Brent Rooker, the next to hit. All loaded up. Dangerous hitter at the plate. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
The 1-2. That ball is foul, and the pressure is building. Righty delivers. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. Huge strikeout there.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
Seth Brown up next for the A's. And a count 1-2.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
Two outs. Swing and a miss. And that is that. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. Home half of the 5th coming up. It's the A's 2 and the Guardians nothing. And we're back. Bottom of the inning. Stepping up for the Guardians, Ryan Rocchio. The pitch. Outside low. 2-1.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
The pitch. That one finds the corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And that's the first out.
Well, just a beautiful fastball on the inside corner for that backwards K right there. I think the hitter saw it all the way coming from that opposite arm angle. So I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff boring in on his hands.
Here's the center fielder, Myles Straw. Hangs and misses. It's a strikeout. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Back to the top of the lineup, and up next for Cleveland, Steven Kwan. He swings and fouls one off.
Looking sharp, just a strike away from 5 shutout innings.
The A's up by 2, last half of inning number 5. And they'll do it again. Left-hand batter waits. Got him swinging. Still nothing on the scoreboard for him after 5. It's the A's 2 and the Guardians nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. New inning getting started. And now here is J.D. Davis. Ball to strike. Gets the slider in there for a strike.
And this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Well, one of the things that hitters will do is they'll look for that red dot on the baseball that is coming in to let them know what the pitch is. And if they see the red dot, it's typically a slider. But when a guy's got a really tight one with high spin rates, very difficult to determine. And that's probably why we saw a swing and miss right there. Just a nasty pitch.
Base is empty, 1 away, and we're the top half of the 6th. Hit on the ground to the right side, and he picks it up in foul territory. And now 2-2. Out towards right center field. Laureano settles under it. He's there. He's got it. And there's 2 down.
The batter, the catcher, Shea.
Striding to the plate now for Oakland, Shea Langoliers. And the right-hander deals. And a foul ball. Here comes a pitch. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Naylor drifts towards it. Reaches over the wall, and he's got it. Nothing doing here this half. 2-3-4 due up in the home half of the 6th. It's the A's 2 and the Guardians nothing. Back now at Progressive Field. Now it's the second baseman, Andres Gimenez.
Second baseman, Andres Gimenez.
The 1-1. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. And a pitch. That one the other way. Hooks it away for the out.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Here's Jose Ramirez.
Ramirez had a breakout season in 2016 and has consistently put up great offensive numbers ever since. Great contact skills, and he can hit for pop. That's what makes Jose Ramirez so dangerous.
Falling behind 2-1. The Guardians down by a pair here in the bottom of the 6th. One down, base is empty. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Kicks and deals. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. And now the lefty gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And a pitch. Big stack center field. He forced a lot of pitches to be thrown and ends up collecting a hit.
Just one of those at-bats you almost hate to see come to an end. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive in the center field, so that definitely felt good.
One down. Now the 4-hole hitter for the Guardians, Josh Naylor. That one is absolutely belted. And that should be extra bases. Makes the turn at second, heads for third. Coming home. The relay throw. He'll score easily. And they trail by one.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Number 38 out of the game, and as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back. They hand the ball over to a new arm, number 69.
Pretty big spot he's coming into, trying to strand that runner at second base, so he's going to need to make some quality pitches. He does have first open if he needs to use it.
One out, runner at second. Laureano comes up to hit. The pitch. And the count 1-2. Popped up. He's under it. And there's 2 down.
Well, such a confidence boost for a reliever to come into the ball game and get the first hitter he faces. Just makes everything slow down a little bit, and then from there can really settle in.
So in now for Cleveland, Bo Naylor. This is what stat nerds like myself might call a high leverage situation.
Yeah, but not sure what the numbers say, but clearly an at-bat that could change the course of this game dramatically.
And the 3-1. Right through there for a strike.
And boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
Naylor on at second with 2 down. And a swing and a miss. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand.
He's in a tough spot, had to make a great pitch, did it, got the strikeout, gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Nick Sandlin.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Well, one-run game. Esteury Ruiz digs in now.
Esteury Ruiz.
The wide to kick the pitch. Caught and missed. Struck him out. And there's 1 down.
Oh, there's a small sigh of relief right there. I mean, just to keep that speed off the base paths. It's not just the pitcher. It's other guys that have to think about it. From your infielders have to think about that runner potentially stealing, but also be in position to make a play. As an outfielder, you're thinking about a base hit to the outfield. I got to get to it quickly to try to keep this guy from taking an extra base. So I think everyone just a little more relaxed that he didn't reach base. Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first 2 batters he's faced in this one. Getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so electric these days. These aren't fun at bats if you're a hitter. And I'm so glad I'm retired.
Ryan Noda up next for the A's. 2 down, nobody on. Gets a piece and stays alive. A's leading by a run here in the top half of inning number 7. Next pitch is outside. Action in the pen down there. Eli Morgan, the young right-hander, up and throwing. 2 outs.
3-2.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Payoff pitch. Foul ball, and it remains a full count.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat. So they go quietly there. 7th inning stretch time. It's the A's 2 and the Guardians 1. Back here in Cleveland, now it's the DH, Will Brennan.
For the Guardians, the designated hitter.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Back to the mound, he's got it. Tosses to first, and the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks harder.
Stepping up for the Guardians, Ryan Rocchio. The shortstop takes a ball. Oakland's bullpen has some movement. Mason Miller appears to be getting loose. Jimenez also throwing. Holding on to a 1-run lead here at the bottom of the 7th. Top of the zone, and it's called a strike. And another ball. Miles Straw next to bat for Cleveland. And there's ball 4.
It's tough after falling behind a hitter, 2 balls and no strikes, but now at least he gets a fresh start against a new batter. But he needs to get back into the strike zone and start pitching with conviction. If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Cut on and miss.
1 ball,
Throw to
2
second.
strikes.
Ow!
Well, I think that was a hit and run right there. When you look at how far that pitch was out of the zone and the hitter still trying to put wood on it, put it in play, that tells you that they had something going. But unfortunately, it was a good job of execution by the pitcher and the catcher to get that out of the zone and then throw out the runner at second base. Really nice job behind the dish.
Hits and misses. It's a strikeout. So they make short work of him there. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the A's 2 and the Guardians 1. So Cleveland brings on a new reliever, James Karinchak.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Zach Gallo getting ready to hit. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. Swings and chases a low one there.
Well, this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
The 2-2. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Could get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
And the batter now, Brent Rooker, Naylor. And he takes it himself for the out.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
Seth Brown.
2 outs, base is empty. Seth Brown up next for the A's. 2 down, nobody on, and we're in the top of the 8th. Next pitch is downstairs. Movement in the pen for the Guardians. Eli Morgan up and loosening in the pen. That one is upstairs.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Late on that fastball.
They can move up in the zone all game if hitters will chase it. That's just too much velocity. Hitters got to look down in the zone.
The pitch. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Left-hand hitter waits. Stays alive. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Headed down the line. Laureano drifts towards it. He's got it. And that is out number 3. Offense held in check there. Last half of the 8th coming up. It's the A's 2 and the Guardians 1. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Mason Miller.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves, late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
So the Guardians lineup turns over. Stephen Kwan digs in for the Guardians. The 2-1. And another ball.
He never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher walk away.
Fouled off. He was late. Right-handed reliever. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Fly ball down the line. Sizing this one up. Hauls it in for the out.
The batter, the second baseman.
Next to hit, Andres Jimenez. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. One down, base is empty. Just missed.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there's certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
Trying to hold a 1-run lead here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Swung on, popped up on the infield. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. 2 down.
Good hard fastball up in the zone right there. They look really good coming in, but so hard to get on top of as a hitter.
Now it's Jose Ramirez. 2 down, nobody on. Sliced hard but foul.
Very solid inning on the mound so far here in the 8th. Holding on to this narrow lead. This is exactly what they were looking for.
The pitch. That one ran inside, almost got him. Two outs. And now the count filled up 3-2. Josh Naylor on deck for the Guardians. The wind of the pitch. Right through there, got him. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Nothing doing for the Guardians there. And our score remains 2-1. We go to the ninth, leading off J.D. Davis. Here's a 1-1. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That one hit to right. Laureano settles under it. Makes the grab, 1 away.
Up next for Oakland, the left fielder, J.J.
So digging in, J.J. Bleday. Crowd locked in right now. 1-run game here in the ninth. That one outside, 2-1. Wouldn't chase that time. And there's a foul ball. And the righty deals. Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
So a man aboard, and now the catcher comes up to him. Shea Langoliers. And a swing and a miss there.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
And another ball.
2 strikes.
One-run game here in the top of the ninth. Popped up. Ramirez settles under it. Makes the grab, 2 down.
The center fielder, number 1,
Next up for the A's, Esteury Ruiz. Bleday leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Late on that fastball.
I think he was sitting on speed there.
That's to third, and that chance handled. Zips it across, and the inning is over. So no runs, no base hits, no errors, and 1 left. On to the bottom of inning number 9. 4, 5, 6 coming up. It's the A's 2 and the Guardians 1. Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the ninth. Lucas Erceg.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect the tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Well, 1-run game. Now the 4-hole hitter for the Guardians, Josh Naylor. 1-run game, bottom 9. Lined into left center, should be extra bases. And now the tying run is into scoring position.
2 hits for him in this one, both for extra bases. Got to feel good about that. Put a really beautiful swing on that pitch right there. Just didn't quite have the combination of launch angle and exit velocity to drive it over the wall. But when you can beat a center fielder like that, you know you hit it well. A chance now to even the score and maybe extend this game.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. And up next for Cleveland, Ramon Laureano. And another ball.
Well, comfortable or not, these are the situations closers they seem to live for. When you get into some hot water, a jam, tough spot, whatever you want to call it, but this is where they earn their keep.
With the tying run at second here in the last half of inning number 9. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. So the tying run at second. Ball 4. He walked in. And that keeps things going.
Walk side of the bullpen can absolutely kill your momentum very quickly. They're in some hot water trying to protect this lead.
And next is the Guardians catcher, Bo Naylor. And there's no doubt that they'll feed off the energy from this crowd, right?
I mean, yeah, I'd say the intensity level has gone up a few notches for sure.
And the count 1-2. And he deals. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. And a pitch. And that's down and away.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2.
The healthy cut. Tough pitch at 98. But a really good pass at the ball.
Fights it off. He'll see another. Battling here as he fouls it away.
5 foul balls in this at bat so far, and these two are going head to head. You can see the crowd. They're starting to get into it a little bit more and more each pitch, even though there hasn't been a ball in play yet.
With the tying run at second, winning run at first. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. Kicks and fires. That one down the line, and it's just foul. That was close. To the right side, and foul ball. On the ground, a short could be 2. There's 1. Plenty of time at first. That's a double play.
Well, he made his pitch down in the zone. He got that ball on the ground. The double play he was looking for. Really good execution.
So they're down to their final out. And next is the designated hitter, Will Brennan. 2 outs.
82.
This could end it. Lifted in the air down the left side, but it's just foul. Another 1-2. In there, sets him down on strikes. And this one is over with the tying run stranded just 90 feet away.
That looked like the pitcher was getting into a little trouble there, but quickly brought out a pitch that isn't what most hitters are looking for with that great velocity. But it was really good movement on the changeup and a nice win today.
Here now is our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Athletics, 2 runs, 6 hits, no errors. They left 6 runners on base. For Cleveland, 1 run on 6 hits, 1 error. They left 6 runners on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 35 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.